boys and girls, teachers of Sunday school, parents and grandparents, may all be well and peaceful. We are going to have another Jataka story with very good moral lessons. The Jataka story is titled The Magic Chant. It is a very interesting story, and at the end of the story, we will learn some good Dharma lessons. Let us now launch the PowerPoint. The Magic Chant, a Jataka story with moral lessons. You can see a beautiful picture here. You will be wondering what it is all about. Who is this person? And the precious stones. Right. So let us start the story. Now, go on to the next frame. This is another picture on the Jataka Tale, the magic chant. As I said, you'll be wondering, what is this person doing? And what are these things? These are actually precious stones, jewelry, diamonds, rubies, and so on. These are the bad people. Now let us move to the story. I'll read the story and then explain to you. A Pandit and his pupil were once passing through a forest. Now, a Pandit in India is a scholar, a very learned person, a teacher. So there are some students that go and study under this Pandit, right? A scholar and a very learned person. He knows a lot of things. Right? So they were passing the forest, the Pandit and his student, and suddenly they heard, right, halt, who goes there? Wow, they were afraid, they knew already, robbers, right. So you know what the head of the robber said? Aha, you cannot deceive us with humble talk and simple clothes. If you are carrying no money, your pupil can bring it from your house. This fellow said, we have no money, please let us go. But the robbers said that the pupil or student must bring the money from the house. So what did they do? They bound the Pandit to a tree, tied him to a tree, then told the student, run fast and bring 1,000 gold coins. Only then will your guru be free. That's what the head of the leader of the robber told the student. So the student told the master, say, Master, I'll come back as soon as possible. So please do not tell these thugs that you know the Vaidama Mantra. The student told the teacher, that he will come back as soon as possible with the money. But he told the teacher, don't tell these gangsters or these thugs, these robbers about this special mantra. A mantra is a chant, some so-called holy words. Like, people chant Om Mani Padme Hum, Ami Tao Po, or they chant Om Shanti, Om Shanti. These are mantras supposed to be holy words. So say, don't chant this mantra. The Vaidama Mantra is a chant, according to this story, known to very few people. And if uttered or chanted when the stars are in a favorable position in the sky, then, it will produce a shower of gems. Precious stones will come down. That's the story, the belief. So, this robber said, now hurry up, boy, and do what you have been told. The boy said, I'll come back with the money in 2 days. So that night, so the Pandit or the Guru was tied to the tree. So he was thinking, how cold it is. All my joints ache, painful. I wish I could warm myself near that fire, but they will keep me tied to the tree till my pupil returns. Then the Pandit looked up at the sky. Oh, the planets are moving into the correct position. Should I tell the robbers about the Vaidama Mantra and so be free again when I get the precious stones to give them? So he was thinking like this. The student advised him not to. So let us see what happens. Now you can see here in the sky the planets moving, and then the robbers were warming themselves over a fire like a campfire lah, right? So he remembered. Remembering his pupil's advice, he hesitated. He thought for a while, but finally, he said, or he thought, after all, what is the use of knowledge if one cannot utilize or use it in times of crisis? And now is the time of crisis. Then he decided to use it. Hey, Chief, listen, I have something important to say. Then he told the chief, if I start a shower of gems, will you let me go? A shower of gems, precious stones. Are you joking? No, I'm serious. I can do it by means of a magic chant. Wow, he told the robber, the leader, like this. He said, but he says, in a few moments, the planets will be in the right position. Then I can begin. So this robber very greedy lah. All right, go ahead. So he said, I can't do it without having a ritual bath and changing into clean silk clothes. He said, I must have a bath and then change into proper clothing lah. And of course, you will first have to get me free or to set me free. And then this robber being very greedy, all right, but don't play any tricks or it will be the worst for you. So the Pandit was set free lah. And after a dip in the river to take the bath, he sat for a long time reciting the chant. You could see like praying lah, the Hindu way of praying lah, right? I don't know what he prayed. Maybe he was praying some funny chanting, or don't know what he was chanting lah. So they were wondering, can he really do it lah? Or is he fooling us? Will it happen? How long will it take? So they were all wondering. So he kept on chanting, chika chika bombeba, chika chika bombeba, chanting the so-called mantra. Finally, he finished all his chanting. The very next moment, the stars and the planets got into position. And then something strange happened. You can see the animation. The gems fell from the sky. Those are precious gems falling down. The robber was so excited. Right? They get quick. He asked his men, right? The other robbers, quick, collect them all. Even the tiniest precious stone. Very greedy, the tiniest one also he wants. Then they good work. You are free to go now. So this Pandit was thinking now he can go free lah. So he was thinking, it is a good thing I don't listen. I didn't listen to my pupil. But just that moment, another band of robbers came. Say, stay where you are. You are surrounded. This group told the other group of robbers. Then the second group of robbers said, tie them all up. Wow. So, this the leader of the first group of robbers. Wait. First, tell me, why are you doing all this to us? What a stupid question. Because of the precious stones, the gems. We want your gems. So is that all that you want? Then actually, you only need to take charge of this pandit here. He told the other group of robbers how they got the precious stones from the sky through this pandit chanting lah. Is there any more jokes from you and you'll be hung up from the nearest tree? The second group of robbers leaders said this. Then what happened? What use could that knock-kneed pandit be to me? What is the use? You give me the pandit? He is invaluable, very precious. He knows a magic chant, you know, that will bring down a shower of jewels from the sky. That's how we came by ours lah. That's how we got. Oh, this will say, oh, in that case, we will set you free lah. And keep only the pandit lah. The pandit will get the jewels for us lah. So the chief of the second gang lah turned to the pandit. He said, my friend, let's have a big shower of gems and let go. He let go the other, or he freed the other group already lah. You shall have it, the pandit said, but only after 1 year. Wow, he got angry. Don't make a fool of me. I want the jewels now. Then this pandit said, I'm sorry. The chant is effective only at a specific time. The auspicious moment, the very special moment will not occur again for another year because the planets and the stars will keep moving and only once a year they'll get into a certain pattern. Wow, he was very angry. Really, I couldn't get the precious stone. I hit the pandit, chief. Liar, scoundrel, useless fella. We won't let you get away with it. You wall up the fella, right? Then what did he do? See, this pandit say, believe me, it is futile. Futile means useless. I can't help you. Wow, you really wall up the pandit. You want to trick us? Do you think we are fools? Have mercy. Oh God, help. Right? Then, update, then he was wall up. He said, if only I had listened to my students' advice lah. Then this second group, the leader, what did he say? Come on, let's go after those rascals. We set free one. They have tricked us, but they won't go far with those gems. So they went on the horses and chased. Hey, stop. It's the other gang of robbers again. The first leader of the group. So there was a fierce fight. Fierce fighting took place between the two gangs of robbers. And the first gang was vanquished, conquered. The second gang was more powerful. So I think every robber of the first group was killed. Wiped out already. So now, this leader said, now the gems are mine. But there were other robbers in the group say, no, mine. They began to fight among themselves. That's the greed, you see. Each wanting for himself. Then you rascal, take that. So he started the fight already. Chief, look who is riding away with the gems. So one person carried away the precious gems. And hey, you stop. Then what happened? Again, there was a mad rush for the gem and they started to struggle to get at it. I got it. No, my friend, it is mine. Hey, give it back. So again, the fighting took place among the robbers of the second gang. So they fought and nearly all were killed. Only left with two. So after some time, these two were fighting. Then one fellow said, hey, what? Only two of us left. Then the other fellow said, let's stop fighting lah and share the booty. Share the booty means share the precious stones lah, the one we got from the first gang one. So realizing it was useless to fight, so they pretended to be friends lah. So they hid the treasure in the hole of a tree. In the hole there, a hollow lah, right? Hid it there. And then two of them supposed to share the booty. That means the bag of jewels that they had snatched from the first gang. Then one person said, I'm feeling hungry. Let's go and eat. And the other one said, one of us should stay here to guard the treasure. Then this fella said, all right, I'll go and fetch some food while you keep guard here lah. So he told the other one, they're supposed to be friends, but inside their hearts and minds are different feelings of this you see. Then this fella said, okay lah, but do return soon. I'm famished. He said, I'm very, very hungry. I'm looking forward to the food you bring back. So I'll guard the treasure. You go and take the food. So the other person, of course, had to go to search for the food lah. And this fella, he got bad thoughts already. He say, why should I share the treasure with him? He doesn't deserve it. So, greed set in. He wanted all for himself. He didn't want to share. That means he didn't want to keep the word lah. So he had a plan to get everything for himself. Let us see what happens. And you know what he said? I'll hide behind the rock, this rock lah. The tree is here. I'll hide behind this. And when he comes, I will surprise him. He intends to kill the other one with the spear. In those days, they didn't have guns lah. So I'll kill him with the spear. Then the treasure shall be mine lah. You see how greedy a person can get, how cruel. And what about the other person that went to search for the food? Meanwhile, the other robber went to the village nearby and bought some food. And on his way back, he was thinking, I'm starving. I'll eat first lah, and then take the rest for my friend lah, so-called friend lah. But then he was thinking, again, you see, bad thoughts, greed. But really, he's no friend of mine at all. Why should I share anything with him? He was thinking like this. I will share neither food nor the jewels with him. I will get rid of him. Wow. You see how greedy and how hateful and how terrible a person can be, right? Greed, and then also killing thoughts, to kill another person, cruelty lah. So then what did he do, After eating part of the food already, he sprinkled some poison on the remaining food, supposed to give to his so-called friend, the other person. Then, he got his plan already. He set off again. This will take care of him. Oh, so now you see what is going to happen is getting very exciting, isn't it? This cartoon show, the cruel face, hateful face, greedy face, inside, full of greed. I'm going to have all the treasure to myself. So, let's see. But when he arrived, wow, you know what the other person did to him? He sprang out from his hiding place and he killed him. He pierced him with the spear. This is a cartoon showing the killing. It's terrible, violence, aggression. Then he was thinking to himself, now the treasure is all mine. So this fella who had to take the food was killed by the fella who played out. So now he was very happy lah. But both actually had evil hearts, evil thoughts in the mind, isn't it? And now for some food. I'm as rich as a king today. But it was all in vain. And when he started to eat the food, he started to eat the poison. Remember now, I told you, the other fella put the poison. He wanted to have all the treasure to himself. So the second fella ate the poison food and he too fell dead. So in the end, what happened? all died. The first gang of robbers all killed in the fight. And then these last two, because of the evil thoughts, the dishonesty, cheating, right? And then cruelty, greed. In the end, what happened? Both were killed. Right? So this is a very, very good lesson, is it? Then what happened? 2 days later already, the pupil returned, the student returned with the money to give to the robber to set the master free. This was a student, a very good student, right? And he found, the place all filled with dead bodies only, right? So that was what he saw. The place littered with corpses, dead bodies. Then he was thinking, if only he had heeded my advice. Now the story did not say very clearly whether the Pandit died. Probably the Pandit did not die, but he was wounded. He was, hurt very badly. I mean, it could be that the student went to help the teacher and got him back. Learn the lesson. It could be like this. But it doesn't matter. Most important is the Dharma behind this story. Right? So boys and girls, students, I hope you understand the story very, very clearly. Now we are going to look at the Dhamma that we can learn. Important Dhamma we can learn from this Jataka story called the Magic Chant. So let us look at the last slide to learn the important Dhamma. That's the important thing, The story is one way to teach you good moral lessons and good Dhamma, right? So let us now look at the final slide. We have here, I've listed here 6 Dhamma lessons that we have to learn connected with the story, and I will explain as we go along so that you will grow in wisdom, you will grow in compassion. Let us look at the first one. We get good things happening not by chanting, right, or praying, but from our good deeds and diligence, hard work, or the effort. Of course, that was just a story, chanting at a certain time, and then the precious stones will fall from the sky. That one is just a story. But the real Dhamma is this. You want to get good things happening to you, right? You want to have happiness. You want to have peace. It's not just by chanting or praying, but it's by your good actions, right? Your good thoughts, the good speech, and your good bodily actions. And you have to put in the good effort, right? Then only you get the rewards. You get the good things, right? Not the God from heaven giving you all the things when you start chanting and praying. So the story you have to bear in mind. It's just a story, but it's a good story that gives us many good lessons, right? Of course, some people, you may see, boys and girls, may see your parents or grandparents chanting Om Mani Padme Hum or Om Topo. That one is okay if they know the purpose. It's just to make your mind more peaceful, right? Settle the mind. But just by doing that, you don't get all the good things happening to you. You must have a good heart. You must do dana, right? Help, charity. Then you must keep your precepts and must learn the Dhamma and grow in the wisdom. So this is the very, very important number 1 lesson, right? Okay, let's look at number 2. The mind must be calm and clear to think wisely. You see this Pandit, even though he was a scholar and supposed to be learned, but he got frightened, and then also he couldn't wait, right? So he wanted to escape. So the mind was not clear and calm, a bit confused. Whereas the student advised him really not to, show all these things, wait for him to come back. So he did not do that. So he made the decision to reveal the mantra and then to have the precious stones all falling from the sky. And I think you follow the story, right? You know what happened next. So in the end, so tragic, right? So when we have fear in the mind, when the mind is confused, the mind is not calm and clear, then we cannot think wisely. We can think foolishly, in fact. And when that happens, then you make the wrong decision. So when you make the wrong decisions, then you act wrongly or you act foolishly, and you will face with the bad effects of the suffering. So we must train the mind how to be calm and clear, and we must train the mind how to think wisely. And that's through learning the Dharma. So that's the second Dharma lesson. Third one. Greed is a terrible mental poison. Now, in your Dharma lesson, very important, we know the 3 terrible mental poisons that cause you suffering, that bring a lot of pain or dukkha. Greed, hatred, delusion. Greed, tansino, and then hatred, anger, benci, marah. All these are mental poisons that will bring a lot of harm and suffering. So we must learn how to cut this mental poison. And the third one is delusion. Delusion is stupidity, foolishness. They have a strong ego also, or conceit, or gong tai tai, in Hokkien we say it, right? Kejahilan, not knowing, blah blah. So opposite is wisdom, right? So these 3 mental poisons will lead you actually to do unwholesome action. And this story, the number 1 mental poison that is bringing so much of pain and suffering at the end, death, is greed, right? You can see the robbers, the 2 gangs also greedy, leaders also greedy. The end, what happens, right? So that is the third lesson. Fourth one, anger, aggression, and violence bring hurt and harm to oneself and other people. And this is a very important Dharma teaching. You could see, right? So when the anger set in, they became very aggressive, violent to the extent fighting. Even among themselves, the robbers fought, isn't it? And they kill even. So you find that this mental state of anger, aggression, violence will cause much suffering, not only to yourself, because your mind in that state of anger, aggression, violence is not a good state. Right? So then harm and hurt will come not only to yourself, people who are always angry, aggressive, full of hate, you get high blood pressure, or sometimes get stroke, heart problems, I know. So that's why you come to Sunday school, we learn, you teach you all these things. So, and then we teach you the methods how to overcome, like doing metta bhavana, meditation on loving kindness, isn't it? So this is a very important Dharma lesson. Then we look at the 5th one. Breaking the moral precepts of cheating, stealing, and killing will cause suffering in this life and future life. And this story, you find that it's shown here, isn't it? Right? Stealing, isn't it? So actually, you find that one group wanted to snatch the things of the other group. And they were cheating, actually, because of great greed. Right? So everybody wants the things for himself. They don't care really. I snatch it from you. I steal it from you. Right? And then take everything, even the tiniest gem, they take. So according to the Dhamma, this is the second precept. The second precept, not to steal, cheat. So here you find that there was cheating also. They didn't keep the promise. One played the other out in the end, isn't it? Actually, they were trying to cheat each other. Wanted to cheat the other person, kill off the person so they could get all the treasure to himself. So it's an evil action. the evil state of mind. And this, of course, as you could see in the story, brought so much suffering to themselves in the end of life, right? And the dukkha will not only be in this life, but will carry on to the next life. So when they got reborn because of their bad actions of stealing, killing, they will get reborn into suffering states, woeful states, right? Not happy or peaceful state. So you know now why it's so important to keep the precepts, the 5 precepts for lay people. So that's the 5th Dharma lesson you have to learn. Now let's look at the 6th and final one. The law of karma reigns supreme. Supreme means greatest, right? It's a very important law that we must follow. It's the law of cause and effect from the moral perspective. Do good and good will come to you. Do bad and bad will come to you. Matter of time. If it doesn't happen later part in the life, it could be a future life. You cannot escape. That is a natural law of justice, right? So remember this very important law of karma. You do something bad in terms of your mind, in terms of your speech, or in terms of the body. Mind, you have 3 things you must not have: greed, anger, and hatred. And then the 3rd one is illusion. Illusion will be ego, stupidity, right? From tai tai lah. So these 3 things in the mind are unwholesome. We should try to cut and reduce. And then 3 things of the body that we must not do. One is we must not kill. Not only just human beings, but not you cannot kill the animals or simply kill all the animals in it. So no killing. The second one, no stealing or taking what is not given to you. That is also very important. It's a very important precept. You could see here also in the story. So no stealing. And the 3rd one is no sexual misconduct. Actually, this applies to, let's say, married people. The husband already has a wife, has a family, must not go and cari other mistresses or other wives, or the married lady must not go and cari other men, and then cause disharmony and suffering to the family, isn't it? So that's the 3rd precept, no sexual misconduct. The 4th one, just now I said that the body you have 3 things must not do, isn't it? No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct. For the speech, you have 4 things, right? 4 things. And what are the 4 things? The 4 things: 1, no lying, you know very well. And usually we just talk about no lying, but we forget about the others. The second one is no slander. Slander means to talk bad about other people, carry tales and cause trouble, disharmony. That is also wrong, right? So no slander, talking bad about other people, carry tales lah. And then also no harsh speech, not saying bad words, right? That cause hurt to other people, right? Harsh means very rough and bad words that cause hurt to other people, right? So that is the harsh speech. And then the 4th one is no gossip, frivolous talk, talking something that doesn't benefit other people, empty talk, right? Some spread rumors, gossip, and then end trouble come. So remember, 3 of the mind, 4 of the speech, and then 3 of the body. 3, 4, 3, altogether 10 things you must not do. Then you're on the right track and you will get the good rewards in life, this life, or future life. So you see, this is the Dhamma we learn from this lesson, right? The presentation of the magic chant. So I hope you enjoy the story and can learn the important Dhamma. So you can also introduce to your friends, to introduce Dhamma and good things to other people is a very good, meritorious action, right? So do spread the word around You can introduce them to the internet. The link you can introduce to other people so that they can also see on YouTube, right? And also slide share. So I thank you, boys and girls, and teachers of Sunday school and moral education, and the parents and grandparents who have taken the time and the patience to follow this presentation and learn Dhamma that can be taught to other people and the young ones. So let us end by saying sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all be well and peaceful.